Hi, my name is Molly, and I'm an NC student studying childhood practice. Today I'm here to talk to you about the physical development in children. Fine motor skills. Fine motor skills involve small muscles working in the brain and nervous system to control movements in areas such as the hands, fingers, lips, tongue, eyes, feet, and toes. Developing fine motor skills helps children to do things like eating, writing, manipulating objects, or things as simple as getting dressed in the morning or getting changed into their pajamas at night. Some other examples could include clapping their hands, cleaning their teeth, drawing or painting, clicking your fingers, or simply unscrewing a bottle cap. Gross motor skills are movements such as crawling, running, swimming, or hopping. These types of movements are important for young children to practice because they help children learn how to coordinate and control their body movements. Some other examples could be sitting, jumping, throwing a ball, playing football, or simply using their arm to get a drink out of a bottle. Primitive reflexes play a developmental role preparing the neonate or the baby to move against gravity, gradually leading to voluntary movement by the process of integration during the first few months of life. Mature responses in a child's psychomotor progress can only occur if the central nervous system itself has matured to full maturity. The primitive reflexes tend to fade away after a few months. The psychomotor is the origin of movement in the conscious mental activity. Some examples could be breathing. It could be their heart beating. It could also be the rooting and sucking to help nourish the babies. So that would be sucking on the breast when they are being fed to help nourish them and to help keep them healthy and make sure that they're a good weight. Here are some examples of both fine and gross motor skills that you might not think about. So one skill could be doing a jigsaw puzzle. If you're doing a large jigsaw puzzle on the floor, that would be gross motor skills because you had to move your entire arm to put the pieces in. If you were doing a smaller puzzle on the table, that would be fine motor skills because you're only moving your fingers to grab the pieces of the puzzle pieces. Playing with Lego is another skill. Picking up the bricks would be a fine motor skill, whereas building with the Lego could be a fine motor skill or a gross motor skill depending on what you're building. So if a baby is playing with Duplo or big blocks or even just playing with wooden blocks, they will have to move their whole arm to put the block up. Playing hide and seek. This would be gross as it involves running, which is also a vigorous movement of the legs and arms. And it can also be fine. It could also be a fine motor skill because you have to move your eyes around to see where the other players are hiding. Just to conclude what I have went over in this presentation today, talking to you about the physical development in young children, there are a few key points that I would really like to emphasize to you. And these points are that it is vital that when children are young, they develop their gross motor skills and their fine motor skills. When babies are born, they have a set of reflexes that fade away after a few months. Some activities can be both gross motor skills and fine motor skills. That's just about all I have time for today. Thanks for listening. Is there any questions relating to the presentation today?